It's time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Thursday night, December 29th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. It's 11 o'clock on this late Thursday night, December 29th, 2016 here. It's 11 o'clock, 35 degrees here, not near. Tonight's low is going to be 29 here now. The Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Thursday night. And our top story at 11 o'clock here is the Obama administration announced 3 new measures against Russia on Thursday. Tells you what U.S. officials have characterized as interference in the false presidential election order. The expulsion of Russian intelligence. The Syrian government, backed by Russia, announced Thursday that a ceasefire agreement with the Syrian rebels and Turkey will begin Friday. Kennedy grandson, Taylor Swift's Conor Kennedy, arrested in an Aspen bar fight over a homophobic slur. In Granby, Colorado, a mother died and her 2 young children were injured after falling from a chairlift at a small car ski area on Thursday. North Charleston, South Carolina, a former police officer was charged with murder in a black motorist in North Charleston, South Carolina will go on the trial for the second time on March 1st, court has ordered. Dynasty readers criticized U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry for calling the government and the most right-wing in Israel's history. Friday marked 5 years since Kim Jong-un succeeded his father. North Korea's real report say that the young leader's grip on the reclusive outfit in the nation could be endangered. As President Donald Trump will enter the White House with few expectations in the Middle East by his campaign, even though he won the Republican nomination, he made it clear for the region and was a huge disruption. But Iraqi security forces began a dramatic shift to Texas Thursday and installed offensive to retake Mosul, Islamic State's last major stronghold, advanced on a new front and bringing federal police into the battle after counterattacks. Peoria, Arizona, a robbery suspect was reportedly shot by police after officers followed in for more than an hour all over the valley. The Bellin Herald reports that Washington Governor Jay Inslee, formerly granted a brief to Clark Elmore Thursday, was convicted of raping and killing their then-girlfriend's daughter, Christy Arnstead, in 1985. Several hundred protesters on Thursday called for removal of Paladino from a Buffalo Board of Education in New York State. Charleston, South Carolina, a federal judge on Thursday ordered a second examination of Dylan Roop days before he is about to represent himself as the prosecutors make the case that they should be executed for the June 2015 massacre of Charleston, South Carolina. Church killings killed 9 people. During the typical drunken drive trial, police officers testified that how about a suspected intoxicated driver get performed during a series of roadside sobriety tests. Can the same roadside tests indicate that impairment from marijuana? Should police officers be able to testify about how a suspected stolen driver performed in these tests? The Supreme Judicial Court will hear arguments next week, in this case being closed, watched by police, prosecutors, and activists and defense lawyers. Now, Federer, the nomination period for the April 2017 town election is closed with only 3 boards facing a contested race and with many candidates to the other offices running unopposed. We have more than 2,000 homes where without power Thursday night after transport fire was reported up William Street. Leaders of both political parties are defending a voice vote taken in a near empty state house to delay a marijuana bill passed by voters. Atterbury, 2 women suspected as friend's car while on a suspected drug went in East Side before abandoning the vehicle in the Westfield and getting arrested in Norton, police said. Boston, a prosecutor says the Springfield man that died of a crash of a car, they fully police killing one of his passengers. Hamilton District Attorney Anthony Gillings said Thursday that 20-year-old Louisville resident died in a federal charge of motor vehicle homicide. Gillings says Louisville's passenger, 22-year-old Lena Correa, died from injuries sustained in an October 30th crash in Chicopee, Massachusetts. Boston, a prosecutor says that the death of a teenager whose body was discovered at Boston Salt Marsh earlier this month is being investigated as homicide. In response to all the chaos in malls across the country, the day after Christmas and seeing that Sun Chronicle ordered how local malls are doing to prevent the same chaos, just like at Emerald Square Mall and the Brentford Village Outlets Mall that's happening in the country. I went to Providence Place Mall today and there was security guards working all 3 floors of the mall, plus keeping their eyes and ears peeled to the action. Amazon may one day use blimp stock with drones to get packages to customers even faster. Patent of what Amazon calls an aerial fulfillment center includes drones that have stuff you buy would be warehoused in the air and then delivered by your home. Rand DMC sued Amazon Walmart over the trademark. India's money must get worse. Asia stocks in 2016 and Vietnam area claims that after early spike. Alright, stocks now down 13.9 points at 19.8, 19.78, SP5 down 66 cents at 2,249.26, and NASDAQ down 6.47 points at 5,432.99. With a leap second, 2016 prompted to linger just a little bit longer. As 2016 comes to close, it's only the fair that one of the year's best memories get a last ride. The mannequin chants at school kids, athletes, and presidential candidates both like mannequins for the cabinet Nats in space. Apart from the traditional fireworks illuminated ball in the Times Square, look for a blazing comet to light the night sky on New Year's Eve. If you head the prospect at hall and your lazy rear end of the gym more often in 2015, new research suggests that extra weight you're being carried around about maybe the lane. Revelation treatment at City of Hope helps man fight deadly brain cancer. From elimination of measles in the U.S. to the advent of the potential new treatment of the Alzheimer's disease, 2016 was a jam-packed year for health news. CRISPR Cas systems provide a new way to target pathogenic bacteria without some of the antibiotic downsides. Okay, take a look at New England's latest report in Wilton, Connecticut. Interstate 84 eastbound prior to exit 70, a motor vehicle accident, and in Thompson, Connecticut. Working fire 378 Thompson Road at Congregational Church multiple units, mutual aid, hazardous trouble conditions also. Peter Children's time is now 11:06 p.m. on this late Thursday night, and it's home now for a traffic and trend report. Let's tell you what the subway system is looking good on the commuter rail. It's looking good, and on the ferries they are looking good. Okay, take a look at the highways and byways of New England on this late Thursday night. Merritt Parkway eastbound side is back to Milford, 95 on the northbound side, back to Greenwich. 95 on the northbound side, back to Greenwich, Connecticut stretch. 95 opens back on the Pelham Bay Park stretch. FDR driving the northbound side, back on the expressway, all the way out to the Upper East Side. Here, 270 eastbound side, Little Store and Brooklyn Bridge eastbound side, backed up on expressway. Lincoln Tunnel westbound side, Little Store headed towards New Jersey from Manhattan. Hall Tunnel westbound side, it is backed up from Midtown Manhattan down to New Jersey City. Here, 146 on the southbound side, back on the Woonsocket stretch. 120 on the southbound side, it is backed up around the Needham stretch. 120 on the northbound side, it is backed up from Waltham all the way at Route 2 in Lexington. 120 in both ends is backed up at Denver down to Gloucester. 95 on the southbound side, it is backed up from Denver to Route 128 Kansas because of the weather. 190 on the southbound side, 190 on the northbound side, back to Worcester down in Boylston. 395 southbound side, back to Webster stretch. 3 on northbound and both ends is backed up from Lowell, Massachusetts all the way up to the Manchester, New Hampshire via the Everett Turnpike. 495 on the southbound side, it is backed up Lawrence all the way out to Route 3 out in Westford, Massachusetts. 95 on the southbound side, it is backed up from Newburyport. 95 on the northbound side, back to Newburyport, all the way up in the main turnpike via New Hampshire. So 95, it's backed up in Newburyport, Maine, all the way up in Augusta, Maine, because of the weather, and all the highways and byways in New Hampshire are slow. 89, 93. 101, Spalding Turnpike's backed up because of the weather, and in Vermont, 91 on the northbound side is backed up around Route 302 in Bury, and 89 southbound side back to the Montreal stretch. 89 the northbound side back to Lebanon, up in Sharon, Vermont, and 91 on the southbound side back to the Glover, and Interstate 89 on both ends back to the Highgate, and 89 southbound side back to St. Albans Town, and 7 on the southbound side back to Champlain, and on Route 15 on both ends back to around 7 Quebec, headed towards Montreal. Peter Children's time, 11:08 on this late Thursday night, and it's time now for a weather report here and the latest on the storm. We're seeing a couple of line of rain showers stretching down the South Shore from Hingham all the way down to where I am. Snow showers around the Lawrence and around northeastern Massachusetts. And zooming out just a little bit, seeing some snow showers from much of New Hampshire and a couple of much of Maine with some rain showers off the mid-Maine coastline stretching at the western portions of Nova Scotia. Snow showers in the central and west central portions of Nova Scotia and some spotty snow showers from upstate and east central New York and Carolina. Snow showers from western New York all the way down to western Pennsylvania and snow showers by the northeastern portions of Ontario and the Lac St. Marie in Quebec. And snow showers in east central portions of Quebec. And resuming out, it shows a line of snow showers switch from western Pennsylvania and New York, switching as far south as the western Carolinas and eastern Kentucky and Tennessee, and switching right to Great Lakes and southern Wisconsin, and then snow showers in UP and Michigan. Here. All right. Day 1 tonight, wind advisory, day 7. Friday for Wednesday, has weather not expected at this time. Special weather statement across much of southern New England, Northern Walker should be wary of blackout spot early Friday morning. Surface temperatures across metro have dropped a little below freezing and double. Causing any remain slush or standing water on pavement and the freeze. Wind advisory, winds back from 7 p.m. this evening to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday. Location central and interior, northeast Massachusetts and also southeast Massachusetts, including Cape Cod. The advisory also includes the intrastate of Rhode Island winds west at 10 to 20 miles gusts up to 50 miles an hour. Strongest wind gusts between now and 3 a.m. The potential is disparate. Outside down trees and trilliums. Outside power outages are possible. Here. Okay, take a look at how many people are in the dark with National Grid because of the wind here. 276 customers in the dark here with National Grid here. And Eversource has 462 customers in the dark without power. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Overnight, we're going to see some slight touch of snow before 1 a.m. Class skies going to come in. Park class got about 29 degrees. Breeze with a west about 24 miles of gust size, 47 miles an hour. Touch base to 20%. Friday, most suns go out 40 degrees. Breeze with a west about 13 and 22 miles an hour. Friday night, park class about 22 degrees. The west about 8 to 10 miles of gust size, 20 miles an hour. For Saturday, slight touch of snow after 2 p.m. Increased skies, how about 36 degrees. West about 7 miles an hour becoming 7 in the afternoon. Touch base to 20%. For Saturday night, that chance of snow before 1 a.m. Then a chance of rain and snow between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Then a chance of snow after 2 a.m. Class skies low about 30 degrees and south for about 8 to 10 miles of gust side, 20 miles an hour. Touch base is 40%. For New Year's Day, mostly sunny, most clear skies about 43, about 26 degrees. For Monday, chance of rain after 4 p.m. Putty, sunny skies about 40 degrees. Touch base is 30%. Monday night, rain like May after 1 a.m. Edge fog after 4 a.m. West. Class skies about 32 degrees. Touch base is 6%. For Tuesday, rain like May before 11 a.m. Areas fog west. Class skies about 46, about 30 degrees. Touch base is 7%. Dropping it down to 47 by Tuesday night. Wednesday, it's just the fog. Otherwise, Putty, sunny, mostly cost about 40 by 26 degrees. Transportation 30%. And for Thursday, most sun's go at 34 degrees. Here in Taunton here, nothing. Taunton is 34 degrees. Humidity 99%. And Mansfield is 34 degrees. And that's going to be it for the picture channel. 11 o'clock news and it's late. Thursday night, 7/29, 2069. Please hope you have a good night with a good positive tune and I'll see you tomorrow morning. I hope you all have a good night.